Hi everybody, this is Gijs again and I really hope you are doing well. This is the start to a vlog video that I did not think I was going to make like this. Because if you follow me on Instagram and maybe you've seen the shorts that I did on YouTube, then you know that on Saturday I was at 4x4 Rhein Waal, which is a 4x4 overlanding rooftop tent camping event. And I made some posts and I promised you that I would do a short video on what I saw on that show. I shot a lot of images and I shot it all with my beloved DJI Pocket 2. Now when I got home and started editing, I saw that quite on a lot of occasions the image itself, it is like wobble vision, like if you've got tears in your eyes and you don't see very clearly. And well, this wobble vision, because of this I could not use some shots, but most of them are still usable. But my introduction shot, it was absolutely that bad that I can't show you anything. Also because I forgot to put the microphone on a very smart, clever spot so you could understand what I'm saying. So that's why I'm doing this introduction. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Gijs. I am a Dutch outdoor gear reviewer. I sometimes review gadgets like the DJI Pocket 2 and also drones. So if you like what I do at the end of this video, then please give the video a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching in advance and I hope you will enjoy what I did anyway, and please forgive me for the bad footage sometimes. Now 4x4 Rhein Waal. It is a trade show, or a show, it's not only a trade show, it's for consumers as well, that I went a couple of years ago at the first edition. We had absolutely lovely weather with t-shirts, totally different than now. And one of the brands that I've never seen, but I only saw it on the internet, are the tents from VICKY.com, which is well, a brand that was new to me, but they seem to do a lot of rooftop tents. And one of the nicer models is this one, the CAMARU. And what I do like about it is the fact that it has got a sort of U-shaped metal steel thingy in here that folds backwards and of course open, where you get a lot of space inside the tent itself. And what I also do like is that in the top they've got this nice skylight. Now let's find my friends from femkesrooftoptents.com. And look at this, this is also bloody brilliant. A very nice combination with a classic VW bed fan. And of course with a trailer and of course with tents on top. Yes, and here we are. Good music on the background. This is where my friends from, where are you? I'm not sure if you're in the camera. You should stand closer to me. Oh well, she's the boss. This is Femke, this is Tim.
Hello.
They were the first one to contact me a while ago that if I want to test a rooftop tent that they just came up with onto the market. And my wife bought that tent after I reviewed it.
So
and it's still on my car.
For his birthday.
My 50th once.
So
secret. So, enjoy your show. What I absolutely love about these shows is the car park, because this is where you meet a lot of nice people that like to talk about their cars and the stuff that they bring during camping. And you're allowed to camp on this show, so that's what a lot of people do. I've seen a lot of cars, from the big Fords to Mercedes Sprinter vans to small VW buses, and also a lot of Jeeps, of course. Some with a rooftop tent and some they sleep in an extension behind their car. These shots are made with my old GoPro 7, by the way, and I put it on top of a very long rod because this enables me to shoot sort of aerial shots without to have to use my drone, because the wind was just blowing too hard today. This is absolutely the biggest truck that I saw on the show. It is a 6x6 MAN truck, probably an old military one, and I absolutely love the graphics on the side. Would I take it on holiday? Well, maybe I should first get my driver's license. One of the more interesting things that I found at this trade show, it's for people who own, for example, a VW transporter van. And it is the Visu, which is a very nice modular system that you can take out of your van or put into your van whenever you like. Now, one of the great things about modular systems is, of course, that this folds downwards and then you can make it into a very big bed. And underneath the bed, of course, there is a lot of storage. But on this one, this is quite neat. Open it, extend it. But what you also can do is, and now I need to check if it's that way or oh, that's why. There is storage inside as well, but of course when you open this, you can't do this. Hey, security, clever. So that was Visu. Now let's continue to one of the other nice things that I saw, which is of course the very big part of, well, let's say off-road campers, caravans. And yes, it's a brand that I never heard of, Stony Desert, from offroadcaravans.eu. And yes, they are sort of biggish, but this one is still quite small. But if we go to the other side, then you see that, well, basically, this is sort of small. But if you continue to this side, then you will see that this one, it is absolutely massive. Like a small house on wheels. Would I like to test it? Not too sure about it, because you know, I'm not into caravans. That said, I do like this small camper from Drop Campers, and next to that one is a little bit bigger, but the inside is quite special because it is one big softbox, a lot of padding, and this would make a very nice sound recording studio when I do, for example, voiceovers like I do in this video. Then next to it, it's a KUCKOO camper. It is small, it's got a really nice forest print on the outside, and again, like you see on a lot of these small campers, it's got a pull-out kitchen. And again, we've got a small camper with a pull-out kitchen. The one next to it, it is absolutely special because it's one from All Road Campers. And on the outside, you might see it, it has got bars in front of the windows to give some sort of security. And also on this inside, you can see the padding. Now, if we continue a little bit bigger, then we go to the CAMPASS campers. And yeah, this one has got a very big kitchen, of course, on the outside, underneath a very big lid, so you're sheltered from the rain. But when we go inside, there is one really nice feature that I don't see that much in caravans, but it is a bunk bed on basically one end, and there is of course the bigger bed on the other side, which of course doubles as a table. Now the missing link between rooftop tents and small caravans, it is the one from RSCamp. A small caravan with a rooftop tent on top. That's something that I do understand, because then you can put the kids on top and the adults can go into the caravan. And in my case, it's probably the other way around, because my daughters would probably love to stay in a small caravan sometimes. Now, leaving the big caravans behind, one thing that I noticed is this new rooftop tent to me. It's a GOBI-X, and it is called the TANKWA tent. And I didn't know the brand. I know the people behind it because they are from the 4x4 center, which is quite close to where I live in the Netherlands. They used to do a lot of business with, for example, Alucap and James Brown. But this tent is absolutely new, and what surprises me is that the material itself of the fabric, it is a very thick material. And also, if you look at the mesh itself, it is very, very special because it is a very thick material. It's like a 3D material almost. And I'm pretty wondering if this is going to work. It's a tent that's made, by the way, in South Africa and not in China like so many others. So now let's continue. One thing that seems to be back from the time that my parents went camping is the trailer to bring all your stuff into your campsite. And nowadays, of course, you put a rooftop tent on top of it. One of the nicest ones that I found on this show is the METALIAN from Gearrock. It has a kitchen, a very big fridge and a lot of drawers and nice little systems to store all your gear. And of course a rooftop tent on top. But you need of course a car to tow a nice trailer. And then of course you need something like a Jeep. And if you've got kids and 2 adults, then you need sleeping places, so you put a rooftop tent on top. It does not always need to be a big or a very new car. A rooftop tent also fits very nicely on a very classic car or just on a family car. But this one, a classic VW van, it is absolutely the business if you put a rooftop tent on that one. Now, one of the nice events that I found on this show is from the company Campany, and you should have a look inside because this is absolutely smashing. Look at all those small little details. And also look at the rear, how you find those hexagon patterns absolutely everywhere. And if you look at all the connections that they made for this box, which looks like a sink to me as well. Look at all those corners and notches. Absolutely craftsmanship. Yeah, and that's what I like to see when you're looking at camper vans. They're not my hobby, but absolutely if they're built in a nice way like that one, it's absolutely nice to look at. One thing that I should show you, and I can see that the exit, a rear exit, is open at the moment. So let me slip outside, because the place where this show is held, it is in Kalkar in Germany. And Kalkar is pretty special because, and it's not raining at the moment, which is cool. You see the big building and you see probably the cooling tower over there and also some theme park thingies. This used to be a nuclear plant, and of course it's not a nuclear plant anymore. It's a theme park and a event location. It's been bought, for as far as I know, a long time ago already by a Dutch guy. I don't know who owns it at the moment, but now they use it for shows. And now bear with me one moment and we'll get back later. That was the nuclear plant. I just walked a little bit further and then you see that, yes, it's not only an indoor show and not only a nice parking place, but there are also diehards who have got their booth outside. And yes, there is a lot of puddles and rain has been here and a lot of mud. And these guys, yeah, they're the brave ones. And I'll show you the car, what is absolutely my dream car, because it is a different type of Toyota Land Cruiser that I own, but this is the one that I would like to own in the near future. And let me show you what this one looks from the inside, because it's absolutely lovely. You see, it's all wood. I like this. And of course, a rooftop tent on top. Now let me continue to some other part of this trade show and the people who stand outside in wind and rain. And if you're looking for a rooftop tent, then of course visiting a booth outside that has got their tents outside is of course, well, always a good idea. Now, one car that I saw already many times is the one behind me. Of course, it's a Mercedes Unimog, and look how tall this one is. Would I like to own it? Yes, and then I will sell it again. Because when you have a car like this and you travel to Sweden like I do, then you're never going to get on those nice forest roads that I travel with my small Toyota Land Cruiser with rooftop tent, because that car will never ever go through those nice arched roads that we travel. And now one of the brands that I do some business with sometimes, I shot a few videos for them, is the brand Dare to be Different. Yes, and they dare to be different because they are outdoors in the rain and in the wind with their rooftop tents, which I think is absolutely Super. Now and then let's move over to the other side. One of the most fantastic cars that you can find, which is absolutely like overkill, is the display cars from Laser Lights. Performance lighting, they do absolutely super stuff. Imagine if you see this one driving along the motorway at night, or when you meet this one somewhere in a forest. Stupid! Now that was a little insight on 4x4 Rhein Waal show. And you see behind me the trade show. It's absolutely packed with 4x4s and rooftop tents and nice 4x4 camper vans. And I really love this. So why am I not staying the night? Well, simply because I like this. But when I like to be outdoors, I don't want to be with too many people. So for me, the trade show or the show itself, it was fine. If you like it, then please give the video a like and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And many thanks in advance if you do. Enjoy the outdoors and stay safe. Ciao, ciao!